This is a production of Florida State University.
Coming up on FSU Headlines, they danced the night away, breaking records for sick children. Our inside look at Dance Marathon is coming up.
A Florida State college remembers fallen alumni who gave all.
And Seminole basketball goes bracket busting. FSU Headlines starts now.
Hello and welcome to another edition of FSU Headlines. I'm Dennis Schnitker.
And I'm Seshmi Hayes. In our top headline, we hit the dance floor as hundreds of Florida State students are getting down for a good cause.
That's right, Seshmi. Hundreds of Florida State students all taking part in Dance Marathon at FSU. Florida State's largest student-run philanthropy has raised millions of dollars for the kids, and 2018 was another record-busting year. FSU Headlines reporter Sophia Hernandez joins us now to tell us all about it. Hi, Sophia.
Hey, Dennis and Seshmi. It was the biggest year ever for Dance Marathon at FSU, with more than 900 passionate FSU students raising money and dancing for 40 hours straight. The event continues to change the lives of these students and, of course, the kids they're dancing for.
These 900 dancers are here because they want to be here and they want to save these children's lives.
Every student at Dance Marathon is here for the kids.
My sister was a miracle child, so it's very surreal to see them out there. And I know as a miracle sister, I felt very hopeless, but now I have hope for these families, and that's why I am a part of Dance Marathon.
Although this event is about fun and dancing, it's really about raising a lot of money to support children's charities like the Children's Miracle Network and Shands Hospital.
Do this or that kind of service projects. This is real, you guys.
Everyone says it's hard your first year with fundraising because you've never attended the marathon and you've never experienced like the magic that happens here. But we've been able to meet a lot of the miracle children who are personally affected by the marathon. It really does motivate you for those kids because we fight for those who can't.
In order to prepare for this 40-hour weekend that's broken into two 20-hour shifts, all these dancers act as fundraisers too. Every dancer here has raised at least $300 just to participate, and many have raised a lot more. Every hour on the hour, the whole place erupts in synchronized dance to honor the year-long commitment to their cause.
Boys and girls that have great futures, thanks to you. Thank you very much, FSU.
Then it's time to hear stories from miracle families who've directly benefited from this program. This time helps all these students see firsthand why their efforts mean so much.
To me, it is insane how a bunch of college students come together from different backgrounds to come together for one cause. They know what's behind that number. They know that those are miracles, and it's going to go into research, it's going to go into equipment, it's going to go into saving lives.
For me, I think it's so important to do something that's bigger than yourself, and this is just an opportunity for me to use my abilities to give back to that community.
And after a long but fulfilling weekend, it's time to see just how big the financial impact will be this year.
These are college students. It ranges from 18 to 22 years old, and they want to make a difference. And that's something so special.
With more than $2 million raised, it's the biggest total in Dance Marathon's history at FSU.
Dennis and Seshmi, in 23 years, Dance Marathon has raised more than $12 million for charity.
That's awesome. Sophia, thank you so much for that story. What a great job our students are doing.
Absolutely. And in our next headline, Florida State University College of Medicine students meet their match in a time-honored tradition.
At the end of their fourth year, medical students throughout the country learn which residency programs they'll join for the next phase in their medical training.
And while match day takes place on the same day at the same time all across the country, Florida State's College of Medicine is known to do match day a little bit differently. Watch this.
This is Match Day 2018. This is when our seniors who've worked so hard for the last 4 years are now ready to open up those envelopes and find out where they're going to be spending the next 3 to 6 years doing their specialty training to go out and serve all our people that we hope they're going to be serving in the future. The National Resident Matching Program basically just says that on this day in March that all students at all medical schools in the country will open up their envelopes at the same time. We like to have a little celebration. We bring the students out on stage. They get to announce where they're going in front of everyone. Do you all have your envelopes? All right. Class of 2018, stand up.
My sister, she came to surprise me, and my sister-in-law, my nieces surprised me at match day. So at that point, I decided that I wanted to have them open an envelope in the audience, but not tell me, because I was too nervous, and I also wanted to have all my excitement shared with everyone.
I'm going to general surgery at...
So that was pretty cool, actually. I'm actually happy that I found out on stage, because it was a moment that I will never forget.
Oh, Florida State loves me, I'm staying here.
And it's the culmination of a lot of hard work. Florida State was the first person who offered me an interview for medical school, and I get to stay at Florida State for residency, and I'm very excited about that.
And the FSU College of Medicine's class of 2018 will officially become physicians at med school graduation May 19th.
Exciting news for Florida State University and the entire state of Florida. The National Science Foundation recently renewed funding for the National High Magnetic Field Laboratory. And over the next 5 years, Florida State will receive $184 million to keep the world's most powerful magnet lab up and running. The National Science Board authorized NSF to make the 5-year award for the continuing operation of the National Mag Lab. This is a nearly 10% increase in funding over the previous 5-year funding period and brings the agency's total Mag Lab investment to $867 million. The grant will sustain operation of the Mag Lab's facilities at Florida State, University of Florida, and Los Alamos National Laboratory, and provide continued access for more than 1,700 researchers each year who use the Mag Lab to advance science, engineering, and technology in the 21st century.
Will be funded at a level that allows us to keep going full speed ahead, to set new records for magnetic fields and to expand the number of scientists who can use our facilities. And our budget is decided finally every year by Congress and the National Science Foundation. But the National Science Board has recommended, and their recommendations carry a lot of weight, that we continue to be funded at a growing rate. And so we're very pleased about that.
The university plans major investments in the Mag Lab in the coming years. Florida State's graduate and professional programs are on the rise and making national news once again. Several of the university's graduate programs made jumps this year in the U.S. News and World Report's 2019 edition of Best Graduate Schools. Florida State graduate programs in criminology, business, law, education, nursing, and engineering have all made significant jumps in the publication's annual rankings. FSU's College of Criminology and Criminal Justice jumped 2 spots this year, coming in at number 5 in the nation, and the College of Law made a single spot jump up to number 47 in the nation, with its environmental law specialty climbing 4 spaces to number 10 on the list. And over at the College of Education, the graduate programs jumped 6 spots to number 46 nationally and rose to number 35 among public universities. Florida State University Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, Sally McRory, says the new rankings reflect Florida State's climb in national prominence as one of the top research institutions in the nation.
We're very proud of that. That reflects who we are as an institution. Florida State, if you look at the major research institutions across the country, has a much broader sweep of very excellent programs than just about any other institution. So if you look at education or criminology, those are 2 very different approaches, and you throw business in. All of those are very, very different, but they're all excellent. And that's the case with all of our programs across the university.
Each year, U.S. News ranks professional school programs in business, education, engineering, law, medicine, and nursing. The rankings in these areas are based on both expert opinions and statistical indicators. Coming up on FSU Headlines, Florida State University honors fallen alumni.
Each day when I walk by that memorial, I see those names, and it saddens me, but it makes me feel good that we have honored them.
We'll show you how a new campus monument pays tribute to those who made the ultimate sacrifice. FSU Headlines continues in a moment.
What does preeminence look like?
Moonlight, Best Picture.
Florida State University.
When you buy a Florida State University license plate,
you're not just showing your school spirit.
You're supporting students like us.
In the lab,
in the classroom,
and in the library.
Putting this tag on your vehicle helps Florida State students achieve their dreams. So show your pride. Purchase an FSU license plate today.
Welcome back to FSU Headlines. When it comes to early childhood literacy, two prominent Florida State University researchers are on a collaborative mission with Harvard and MIT to help young readers. The Florida Center for Reading Research has announced an exciting new collaborative partnership with the Harvard Graduate School of Education and MIT to research improving early childhood literacy. Through personalized intervention, the two Florida State directors are combining their knowledge of literacy screening and assessment with MIT's strengths in science engineering. The new project is called Reach Every Reader and is a 5-year, $30 million project to ensure that every child is reading on grade level by the end of the 3rd grade. With a plan to develop a tablet-based assessment, they are looking to assist teachers with the quicker method of screening students.
When you look at the way students are being assessed in their language skills right now, the batteries take an hour, 2 hours to get a real comprehensive picture of a student's kind of deficiencies or their strengths to get a real profile of reading and language skills. And in our project, a real goal is to be able to cut that time down from an hour, 2 hours down to 10 minutes, 20 minutes. And so we can take new measurements, we can take advanced statistical analyses. That's why we need 5 years, is we need to collect data. We need to be able to understand what kind of items work, what kind of algorithms can we use to make sure we get a reliable estimate very quickly about a student's reading and language skills, so that way a teacher can act on it. We want to be able to support teachers in the way that they're individualizing instruction in the classroom, and that starts with efficient but reliable estimates of a student's reading and language skills.
I mean, I think that's one of the innovative things we're doing, is looking at early language skills, which are related to children's ability to learn to read words, but it's also important in understanding those words, right? And right now, there are many kids that begin school with poor language skills that aren't identified.
Further research reveals that students who fail to read sufficiently in the 1st grade have a 90% chance of reading poorly in the 4th grade and a 75% chance of reading poorly in high school.
Who says professors have all the fun? Florida State University students put their research on display at Florida State's Undergraduate Research Symposium. While research teams at other institutions only make room for graduate level students, Florida State offers research opportunities for all. The Undergrad Research Symposium is proof, the culmination of months of research with one-on-one instruction from some of Florida State's most renowned faculty. From poster sessions to oral presentations, these Florida State students get the full experience of conducting research that's usually reserved for graduate students. It's truly a chance for these students to catch the research bug early in their college careers.
This research is invaluable, and you don't get this at other universities. So to be able to be a sophomore and to have to complete a full research project, to me, is it's inspiring, and it allows me to be able to look at things like ideograms at such a young age, that things people look at when they're in graduate school, like in master's, things like that. So for me, it's empowering for me to be able to have done it at such a young age.
The annual Undergraduate Research Symposium is hosted by the Center for Undergraduate Research and Academic Engagement. The Florida State University College of Criminology and Criminal Justice remembers its fallen alumni in a monumental way.
The college recently unveiled a new memorial at the Westcott Plaza that pays tribute to 8 alumni who died serving in the line of duty.
I never dreamed it would be me, my name for all eternity, recorded here at this hallowed place. Alas, my name, no more my face. In the line of duty, I hear them say, my family now the price will pay. My folded flags stained with their tears, we only had those few short years. The badge no longer on my chest, I sleep now in eternal rest.
We have graduated thousands of students that have gone on to wonderful careers in law enforcement, and some of them had lost their lives. And we felt that there was more that we could do, and we wanted to do more. We actually contracted with several professional architects. We didn't see anything we really liked. And then in our Master Craftsman's program, a student was asked to give it a shot. Well, she came up with this, and as soon as I saw it, it was clear this is what we wanted. And this came from one of our students, who again was a veteran.
Whereas the College of Criminology and Criminal Justice is recognized by Florida State University for the dedication of its fallen officer memorial, this memorial will serve as an important place of contemplation, reflection, and remembrance for friends and family of the fallen, students, the Tallahassee community, and visitors to the university for years to come. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Florida State University does hereby recognize the Fallen Officer Memorial.
We see the flag at half-mast every time we want to honor someone who has given their lives in the service of our country or our communities. A striking concept, a striking memorial that will live in the lives and the minds of everyone that has the opportunity to see it.
This memorial will let everyone know that your loved ones will forever be a part of the Florida State University family. And please know that we honor you and your sacrifice as well.
Each day when I walk by that memorial, I see those names, and it saddens me, but it makes me feel good that we have honored them.
My sword I pass to those behind and pray they keep this thought in mind. I never dreamed it would be me, and with heavy heart and bended knee, I ask for all here from the past, dear God, let my name be the last. Thank you so much for being here today, and may God bless you.
FSU Panama City is affectionately known as Florida State's campus on the coast and is set to add some new engineering programs to the campus in just a few months. FSU Headlines reporter Mark Vaughn has that story.
Well, it's an exciting time at Florida State University, Panama City, exciting time in Bay County, and it's a great time all across Northwest Florida. A lot of economic development, a lot of growth.
FSU Panama City Dean Randy Hanna is excited about the future in Panama City and Bay County. And that certainly includes Florida State's campus on the coast, FSU Panama City. Two new reasons, along with the many others, to be excited in Northwest Florida include two new engineering programs coming to the campus.
First program is a new master's degree in systems engineering. Then we also have an existing undergraduate program in mechanical engineering that we're going to expand to the Panama City campus so students down there can take it at Panama City.
The university will begin offering a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering and a master's degree in systems engineering,
which will build on we already have civil engineering and electrical engineering. This will add mechanical. And in the future, we expect to bring biomedical engineering, which is another new program for us, both here and in Panama City, here on the Tallahassee campus and in Panama City.
Both programs represent an expansion of the FAMU FSU College of Engineering.
Employers have asked for this, and we are now able to help meet that need. And very excited about it. And from the first announcement, we've been receiving phone calls from potential students, and excited to get it up and running for fall of 2018.
For FSU Headlines, I'm Mark Vaughn.
And Seshmi, a proposal to begin a bachelor's degree program in biomedical engineering at Panama City is also in development and could start as soon as this fall.
All right, well, we're looking forward to it. And still to come on FSU Headlines, students experience a special Florida State University tradition.
We'll take you to the President's Ring ceremony when FSU Headlines continues in a moment.
Welcome back to FSU Headlines. The spring sports season is in full swing with baseball, softball, and track and field all in action at the moment.
Absolutely, Seshmi. But first, before we look ahead at those sports, we have to take time to look back at some outstanding plays by the Seminole basketball teams. FSU Headlines reporter Mark Vaughn joins us now with a recap of 2 seasons to remember, plus a look ahead to what's left this year. Mark?
Hey, Dennis and Seshmi. Well, it was a great year for both the men's and women's basketball teams. Great regular seasons leading up to the NCAA tournament. For the men, it was a thrill ride all the way to the team's first Elite Eight in 25 years. The team taking out higher seeds on the way to a 4-point loss to Michigan that kept them just 1 win away from the Final Four. The Noles beating the likes of Missouri, Xavier, and Gonzaga in the run, but coming up short against a Michigan team that eventually lost in the national championship game to Villanova. With many players returning for the 2018 campaign, it's safe to say the excitement for men's hoops is probably at an all-time high. On the women's side of things, the team didn't sneak up on anyone this past season. The Noles always seemingly a top 10 contender under Coach Sue Simrout. The Noles tipping off the tournament in the first 2 rounds at home, easily winning the opener against Sun Belt champ Arkansas Little Rock. But it was the second round that spelled the end for FSU, losing to a hungry Buffalo team at home to snap their 3-year streak of making it to the second weekend of the tournament. The Noles end their year at 26-7. Very respectable, and there's always excitement for this team with some core players returning next year as well. Over to the baseball diamond now, and the Noles chasing history from Coach Mike Martin. Less than 10 wins away from the all-time wins mark with nearly 2,000 victories in 39 years at Florida State. FSU is doing his best to get him there, and quickly this season. Number 10 ranked Noles picking up some key ACC wins in March against Louisville and others, and into April, sitting at 24-9 early in the month. Jackson Luka, breakout star this season, helping the team at the plate. Matchups with Duke, Boston College, Miami, all on the slate for the ACC schedule throughout the month of April. A special treat for FSU fans at one of the recent baseball games against Jackson. The first pitch thrown out by Florida State legend Fred Flowers. Flowers, of course, the first African-American student athlete at FSU after integration when he joined the baseball team in 1965. You may also recognize Flowers from the integration statue on FSU's campus that commemorates the 50th anniversary of integration at FSU. And the pitch a strike, no doubt. And the softball team is off to a hot start, starting the year 33-7, holding on to an ACC series unbeaten streak of 45 games. The Noles ranked in the top 15 all year long so far and running through ACC opponents at home and away, losing just 1 game in conference play. Boston College, Louisville, another matchup with out-of-conference rival Florida, all on the schedule for the Noles in April, heading into the end stretch run of the regular season. All right, that's going to do it for sports, but remember, you can keep up with all things Seminole athletics by visiting Seminoles.com. Back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks, Mark, for that latest look at all of our sports news. And if you haven't seen this video of 2 of Florida State's soccer stars gone viral, well, we've got it right here for you on Headlines.
That's right. Players Megan Conley and Dallas Dorsey were 2 brave souls enjoying a little downtime in South Carolina. Except, as you'll see in this video, Dallas, who's on the left, was completely pumped about the ride, but Megan, not so much. Take a look.
I do not think that is what she expected from that ride.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Dennis, how are you on rides?
I'm pretty good. I'm not as good as I used to be, but I still enjoy a good thrill ride.
Yeah. I, once had to get off of a ride, and I have no shame in saying it because we were going to get stuck, and I decided my life was more important than the ride. So I'm with her.
I agree. Your life is definitely more important.
Well, Florida State University graduating students can participate in a fun tradition during the final countdown to becoming FSU alumni.
The President's Ring ceremony is one of many milestones leading up to graduation at Florida State University. Take a look.
Good evening and welcome to the 12th Annual University Ring Ceremony. We are so delighted that you're able to join us this evening as we celebrate one of FSU's most honored traditions. By wearing the Florida State ring, you demonstrate to others that you embody the qualities of a true Seminole.
The FSU class ring is a symbol of your achievement and a reminder that you are part of something bigger than yourself.
Erica Rivera.
Being able to receive a class ring from the president is an outstanding honor. It's something that I thought I would never be able to do financially, so I was really blessed and fortunate this year to be able to receive one.
Ring recipients, please rise to recite the FSU Ring Pledge. I pledge to uphold the Seminole Creed, demonstrate strength, skill, and character, and live the values of this institution, now and through all my future endeavors. I am and will be a true Seminole. At 6:51 tonight, please join your fellow ring recipients by Westcott Fountain. And as a group, everyone will dip their ring in Westcott Fountain. And some of you may be wondering, why 6:51? Well, in military time, 6:51 is read as 1851, our university's founding date.
I never got a high school ring because I thought they were silly, but when I came to FSU, it really stole my heart, and so I'm really glad that I finally have, something that I will always wear on my hands, like be able to see my alma mater and just be proud of everything that I was able to accomplish here at the university.
Well, that's going to do it for this edition of FSU Headlines.
But you can keep up with Florida State anytime on the university's official news website, news.fsu.edu.
For Seshmi and everyone here at Florida State University, I'm Dennis Schnitker. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.